Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today. Starting with the Milwaukee Brewers versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 135. The Brewers plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 78 and 62. The Yankees 70 and 71. Pitching for the Brewers is Wade Miley with an ERA of 3.33. Pitching for the Yankees is Michael King with an ERA of 2.88. Miley, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. King, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Brewers coming off an 8-2 win yesterday against the Yankees. Looked very good yesterday. They were a good underdog yesterday. Yankees dropping their last 2 games here. The Brewers 4-1 against the Yankees, 10-0 against the American League. They've had a very good, run against the American League here. King coming off 3 really good starts here. I've only given up 1 run. I still think the Brewers are a good underdog, getting pretty good underdog value as well. And I'm going to take Brewers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 145. The Mets plus 125 with the over-under at 8.5. Mets coming into this matchup 64 and 76. The Twins 74 and 67. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 5.40. Pitching for the Twins is Kenta Maeda with an ERA of 4.73. Peterson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Mets on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Minnesota yesterday 5-2. A matchup I thought they were pretty good, had a pretty good chance in with Senga on the mound. They are still 5-1 against Minnesota on the road, 10-2 against Minnesota here. I mean, both pitchers giving up about 3 or 4 runs a game here. I don't know why. I still like the Mets here. I think they're getting good value on the road still. Couldn't get it done yesterday. Could be an over kind of day in this matchup with both pitchers on the mound. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Mets plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Arizona plus 120 with the over-under at 6.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 74 and 68. The Cubs 76 and 66. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 3.34. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 2.90. Kelly, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 12 strikeouts. Steele, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 12 strikeouts. Arizona on a 3-game winning streak, coming off 2 straight wins against the Cubs in back-to-back days here. Cubs were able to get the cover yesterday. A game where they got shut out 1-0. Kind of unfortunate. Pretty even. Pretty even pitching matchup. Steele coming off back-to-back 0-run games here. I like Arizona plus 1.5 here. I'm going to take a shot with the D-backs plus the points on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Kansas City Royals versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at minus 250. The Royals plus 200 with the over-under at 9.5. Royals coming into this matchup 44 and 98. Toronto 78 and 63. Pitching for the Royals is James McArthur with an ERA of 10.12. Pitching for Toronto was Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 3.39. McArthur, his last start, he pitched 1 inning. Gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Royals losing to Toronto yesterday 4-5. They are just 1-8 on the road against Toronto. 1-7 straight up against Toronto here. Both pitchers giving up about 3 runs a game here, and I still think I would take the Blue Jays at home in this one. Next matchup, we've got the LA Dodgers versus the Washington Nationals. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -210. Washington +180 with the over-under at 9.5. Dodgers coming into this matchup 86 and 54. The Nationals 63 and 78. Pitching for the Dodgers is Bobby Miller with an ERA of 3.80. Pitching for the Nationals is Jake Irvin with an ERA of 4.35. Miller, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Irvin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. LA on a 2-game winning streak here, beating Washington 8-5 yesterday. Washington just 2-8 in their last 10. They've really been struggling. LA 7-1 on the road against Washington, where they've been pretty dominant here. And yeah, I think I'm going to take the Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -125. Seattle +115 with the over-under at 8. Seattle coming into this matchup 79 and 62. The Rays 86 and 56. Pitching for Seattle is Brian Wu with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the Rays is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 2.76. Wu, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Savale, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 12 strikeouts. Seattle losing to Tampa yesterday 7-4. Tough series here. I mean, both pitchers giving up a couple of runs a game here. Still think Seattle's a good underdog here. Just I don't know, tough series. Both teams splitting a win. I'll take a shot with the Mariners +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at -145. Baltimore +125 with the over-under at 10. Baltimore coming into this matchup 89 and 51. Boston 72 and 69. Pitching for Baltimore is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 4.84. Pitching for the Red Sox is Chris Sale with an ERA of 4.46. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Sale, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 6-game winning streak, beating Boston 11-2 yesterday. They're playing well right now. Flaherty hasn't been that great on the mound. Both pitchers giving up a lot of runs here in their last few outings here. If Flaherty can have a decent game, not even a great game, an okay game, I think they'll be all right. And I'll take Baltimore +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -185. The Marlins +160 with the over-under at 9. Marlins coming into this matchup 72 and 68. The Phillies 77 and 62. Pitching for the Marlins is Johnny Cueto with an ERA of 5.54. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 4.55. Cueto, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Nola, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Miami, coming off a Phillies win yesterday, a nice underdog win for them. They are 5-0 on the road, 4-1 on the road against the Phillies here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up about 2 to 4 runs a game here. I think Miami's a good underdog today. They've been playing well. Thought they'd be able to. The Phillies would be able to get it done yesterday, but Miami playing good. I'll take a shot with Miami plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Chicago White Sox versus the Detroit Tigers. White Sox or Detroit opening up as home favorites at minus 200. The White Sox plus 170 with the over-under at 8.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 55-86. Detroit 64-77. Pitching for the White Sox is Jose Urena with an ERA of 9.82. Pitching for Detroit is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 3.77. Urena, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Skubal, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The White Sox on a 2-game winning streak, beating Detroit yesterday 6-0. Able to shut them out yesterday, which was kind of crazy here. Urena, coming off a 4-5 run game. I mean, he's been giving up a lot of runs this season here. I love Detroit to bounce back with Skubal on the mound, and I'm going to take Detroit at home. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Cincinnati Reds. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at minus 130. The Reds plus 115 with the over-under at 10.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 62-79. The Reds 73-70. Pitching for the Cardinals is Zach Thompson with an ERA of 3.91. Pitching for the Reds is Carson Spears with an ERA of 6.75. Thompson, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Spears, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Cardinals beating the Reds yesterday 9-4. Nice win for the Cardinals as an underdog. 4-1 in their last 5. Both pitchers giving up about 3 runs a game here. I'm still going to take a shot with the Reds plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we've got the Oakland Athletics versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as big home favorites at minus 450. Oakland plus 300 with the over-under at 8.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 44-97. The Rangers 76-64. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 2.95. Pitching for, let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing right now it is undecided for Oakland. So we'll see who ends up pitching for Oakland today. Oakland beating the Rangers yesterday 6-3. Big underdog win for Oakland here. Texas on a 4-game losing streak here. Monster favorites today with Eovaldi on the mound. Definitely like the Rangers to bounce back. I mean, when you see lines this big here, I think it's for a reason. I like the Rangers to bounce back at home. But I am taking a shot with that, how big that plus money is. I'll take a shot with Oakland money line. Just as a separate bet, throw a couple bucks on it. Why not? With that big plus money there. But I'm gonna take the Rangers at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Padres plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Padres coming into this matchup 67 and 75. The Astros 80 and 62. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 3.49. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 4.65. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Javier, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Lugo coming off some really good starts on the mound here. They came out coming off a Houston win yesterday, 11-2, where they played very well. They are 8-2 against Houston, so they've been very good head-to-head against the Astros here, and I think they're good underdogs again. And I'll take Padres plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 240. The Pirates plus 185 with the over-under at 10. Pirates coming into this matchup 65 and 76. The Braves 92 and 48. Pitching for the Pirates is Johan Oviedo with an ERA of 4.27. Pitching for the Braves is Dylan Dodd with an ERA of 7.40. Oviedo, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Dodd, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Pirates, coming off a Braves loss yesterday, 8-2. They're 0-8 on the road against Atlanta here, so they haven't not won in Atlanta in a long time. Dodd coming off some rough starts on the mound here, hasn't been the greatest, but as long as he can have a decent game here, I'm still going to roll with the Braves at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 250. The Rockies plus 200 with the over-under at 8. Rockies coming into this matchup 51 and 89. The Giants 71 and 70. Pitching for the Rockies is Chase Anderson with an ERA of 5.98. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.66. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Rockies losing to the Giants yesterday 9-8 in a close one. They are just 2-8 in their last 10 here. 1-14 against the Giants here. They've just not been able to beat the Giants head to head. And I'm still going to leave with San Francisco at home. Then the last matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Los Angeles Angels. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at minus 120. The Angels plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Guardians coming into this matchup 68 and 74. The Angels 65 and 77. Pitching for the Guardians is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 4.88. Pitching for the Angels is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 5.55. Giolito, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 9 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Cleveland, coming off an Angels win, 3-6 yesterday. Both teams splitting a game so far in the series. Not the greatest series on the slate here. Angels are 5-1 at home against Cleveland. Both pitchers giving up some run. Giolito coming off a 9-run game here. Not in love with him on the mound, and I'll take a shot with the Angels plus 1.5 at home today. Well, that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.